Some gun rights groups are taking a stand against legislation that would allow the state to report to the federal gun background check system when someone has been involuntarily committed to a psychiatric facility.
We should fix the mental health issues in the state, and we should not put the law-abiding gun owners at risk of losing their firearms over this particular legislation.
Supporters of the bill say New Hampshire is one of only 3 states that do not currently report this information to the federal database.
We are not an outlier in passing a bill like this. We're actually an outlier if we don't pass a bill like this.
A bipartisan group of lawmakers brought this bill forward in the wake of the shooting of security officer and former police chief Bradley Haas at the state hospital last November. Some who opposed the bill claim this legislation would not have helped him.
He should have been wearing a bulletproof vest. He should have been allowed to carry a firearm. And when that guy pulled that firearm, I know if it was me, I would have shot his ass dead.
State hospital employees came forward in support of the bill, describing the terror of that day.
I thought code silver was the first thing that came to my head. So I tried to call the operator to activate the overhead paging system, but the operators weren't answering. They were in eyesight of the shooter, and so they weren't able to respond.
Those doctors are calling on lawmakers to act, trying to ease concerns. They say this bill would only apply to a small number of the most severely mentally ill patients, and it's a high bar to take away their guns.
In order for someone to be on this list, they have to have been found by clear and convincing evidence to be a danger to themselves or others by 2 judges and 3 psychiatrists.
In Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.